I just have one thing, like, if I'm talking to someone for like the first time and I'm like, hey, if this works, we can do a demo. And then, if that works, we can do a pilot. If I say that within the first like 2 minutes of the call with the person I'm meeting for the first time, would that sound like too salesy? Would that sound like too fast tracked? It's like, I'm just meeting you right now and suddenly you're talking about pilots.
Yeah. So the idea is like, you want to separate the discovery call from the demo. You want to do two separate calls, right? Unless they're adamant about seeing the software or seeing your technology. If they're like, hey, we really want to see the technology, we were hopping on the call with the idea of like seeing it. At that point, I'm going to leave it to you guys at your discretion to walk them through a demo. But you don't want to do discovery and a demo on the same call. Let me tell you why. There's various reasons, but most importantly is the discovery call is about you first understanding how you can help them. Okay. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Okay. So what I mean by that is the discovery call is all about them. Is like, and the preamble, right? When you go through the preamble is about you communicating what our process looks like. This is how we walk prospects through our process. This is our framework. So at the end of that, they're like, I got it. I understand that. In certain situations, you're going to have someone that says that doesn't make sense, like Michael just shared. And then you're going to be, I don't know who you are. That's fine. Provide feedback, provide your bio, provide quick, 2 minutes on the company and segue back into the framework. Or they might say to you, we were really looking forward to seeing the technology. If that's the case, you basically say, I completely understand. Typically, the way that we like to do these is kind of understand where some of the pain exists, how you guys are currently managing this. And then at that point, towards the end of the call, if we have a couple of minutes, I'll kind of walk you through highlights of the technology and we could schedule a customized demo at the end of the call. Does that sound good? They're going to say, yeah, that's what they're going to say. So the idea behind that, right, is the more touch points that you have with a prospect. In other words, the more times they hop on the call, the higher the probability is that they're going to close, right? Because they want a return on their time spent with you, right? So if they're committed to moving forward and taking more and more calls, the probability of you closing them is significantly higher than if you try and stuff all the shit onto one call. Problem is like you do a discovery and a demo on one call, what happens after that? They're not going to close. They're going to be like, yeah, let's do it right now, right? So what happens is you don't know what to do at the end of the call. Now you're like, all right, let's follow up at some point over the next week or two. Or they're going to say to you, let me circle up with the team. Let me figure out if this is something that they want to do, right? And then we'll get back to you. So now you're playing catch up. You're chasing them, right? So the idea behind doing a discovery is like, hey, I'm going to figure out where the source of pain is coming from, how you currently managing that, what you're doing, ideally how you want to be managing it, right? Once I understand that, then I'm going to kind of walk you through our solution. And then from there, I'm going to schedule a customized demo based on the needs that you convey on this call, right? And then we walk it through there. Does that make sense? So I think to like button that up, in the event that they say they push back and they're like, hey, I want to see tech on this call, show it to them, but show them a highlight. It's like the trailer to a movie is 2 minutes and the movie is 2 hours. Just show them a trailer. That's it. Okay. And then go from there.